Hey guys, this is Blake with the Three Hand Hunter channel, and thanks for joining me today. Now before I get into this beautiful fossil Swiss-made watch and the rookie mistake that I made, before I get into that, let me just ask you for a favor. Subscribe to the channel, like the content if you like to see watches that are a little bit different than you're normally going to see on most other YouTube channels. And if you're going to hear funny stories like this, if you like that, subscribe to the channel. It really helps out the channel. Comment down below if you have any comments about this really interesting line of fossil Swiss-made watches. Before I tell you my rookie mistake though, let me tell you a little bit about these watches and how I came to hunting some of these fossils. So this, as you can see, it's a fossil, beautiful actually, fossil Swiss-made watch. A local friend, his name's Marcelo, he actually owns a few of these watches from this particular line. Back in 2013, Fossil released this Swiss-made line of watches, very high quality made watches, I think to compete with other Swiss manufacturers. Obviously it wasn't super successful because that higher end line eventually disappeared. But there was a blog to watch did a video on some of these. Worn & Wound had back in 2013 as well. And I have to say, by holding the watch, it's a very, very well made watch. But I've been looking for them because my friend Marcelo, he actually owns a few of them. He owns a couple of quartz and he owns a couple of Swiss automatic watches, which I'm assuming have either a ETA or a Solita movement. Anyway, his watches, even though I've never seen him in person, I knew that he had a few of them. And he's always shown them to us. We share pictures online of what we're wearing every day. And I was always intrigued by this particular brand or line of watches. I'm not a big dress watch person, but of course, like any enthusiast, I want to try it myself. I want to actually feel the watch. I want to see the watch. I want to see what it's all about. And this one popped up at auction. So rookie mistake number one. I didn't fully take a good look at this watch. I saw the seller looked solid. The watch looked beautiful. I didn't realize there was nothing that said automatic underneath where it says fossil. So that was rookie mistake number one, is I didn't realize this was a quartz. Actually, the automatics have a see-through case back where you can actually see the movement. I didn't realize that the quartz had just a screw down case back. So rookie mistake number two is the auction was ending on a weekend night when I was out having drinks with my wife and some friends just a couple of weeks back. And so I saw the price was right. I bid on it. And of course, when the watch arrived a couple of days later, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a quartz. And typically, I don't own quartz watches. I own a few grab and go watches, but it's not something that I'm going to seek out for a dress watch specifically. So here I am with a fossil dress watch that is quartz that has a brand new battery now because I installed it and it's on its way out. But I wanted to share this watch with you because it is actually a very well made watch. Matter of fact, looking at the watch, it's probably one of the better quartz watches that I've actually handled. It's very well made. And these watches and this whole line, like I said, it's back from 2013. You can Google fossil Swiss watch and 2013 and you're going to find a bunch of these watches available or what they look like and some reviews on them. Very cool watch. This is a 43 millimeter watch. It's about 12.5 millimeters thick, I believe. Let me see if I can grab my calipers really quick and show you really fast how thick it is. Actually, it's 12.5 millimeters thick. That is a 22 millimeter lug width that you see right there, and lug to lug. For the quartz models, for this one is going to be about 50, close to 51 millimeters. Now, I have a 7 1/4 inch wrist, so it looks great on my wrist. If you have a smaller wrist, below 7 inches, it might be a little problematic because the lug to lug is so wide. But you know what? The automatic watches are 38 millimeter, and they are beautiful, by the way. And I have to say that based on how this watch looks, with this beautiful blue dial, the applied indices, rose gold case, which isn't typically my style, but like I said, I wanted to try it out. Matching Fossil signed buckle, and the leather. Fossil leather has always been highest of the highest quality. If you remember, Fossil also had many brick and mortar stores, and you might have one in your local area. They've always had good quality leather goods. So the watch strap itself is beautiful. The watch is very well made. It's a Swiss made timepiece. Unfortunately, this one's quartz, so it's not staying in my collection, but I wanted to show you this watch because, believe it or not, I'll still be hunting for these Fossil watches, because after holding one in hand, I know what the quality is going to be like getting an automatic. At least I'm pretty sure I'll know what the quality is going to be like, and I've been impressed with these watches. They were a little bit higher tier at the time when they did offer them for sale to the public. Now that they're discontinued, they're just hard to find. And if you can find one, I'm going to tell you, the build quality is there. But if you want a quartz, I have a blue one that's rose gold in case you're interested. Just kidding. It's already on its way out the door. But I wanted to thank you all for spending your time with me, because I wanted to show you this watch, because I think this is one of those watch lines that was very underappreciated at the time. And now they're getting harder to find. You're going to have to do a little bit of hunting. But if you made it this far, let me introduce myself. My name is Blake. I'm a bit of a watchaholic, and my assumption is if you made it this far, you probably are one as well. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for spending your time with me, and I'll see you guys and gals in the next video.